What's up YouTube, it's Onion Bomb here, and welcome to my Week 12 NFL game predictions. Now I am recording this on Thursday, and usually I record this on Tuesday, edit it on Wednesday, and upload it for Thursday. So technically this video should be uploading right now when I'm recording it. So I am very late on this video, so I'm probably gonna try and speed things up a little bit. I apologize if it seems rushed. I just want to get this up as soon as I can. Probably gonna miss the Thursday games, but just know I am recording this before they happen, so I'm not cheating if it does look like I'm cheating. But if I get the predictions wrong, then I guess it proved that I'm not cheating. But anyway, let's get into the recap of Week 11. As you can see, alright, 8-6. A lot of ones I didn't get right. Only 2 more I got right than I got wrong. So that wasn't the best, and that brings down the overall into 85-60. Still a decent lead, still a pretty good lead. But that wasn't the best prediction week, but it was alright. It's still positive, so I'm going to stay positive about that. Now, the games. The Steelers beat the Titans very heavily. Very happy about that. Got that right. Jaguars beat the Browns. Got that right. The Buccaneers beat the Dolphins. I got that wrong. The Ravens beat the Packers. I got that right. The Lions beat the Bears. I got that right. The Vikings beat the Rams. I got that wrong. The Texans beat the Cardinals. Got that wrong. What happened here? The Giants beat the Chiefs. I got that wrong. If anyone got that right, you are either a Giants fan or you're just amazing, because I didn't see that in a million years. Not only me, but a couple other people said that was the easiest pick of the week, of picking the Chiefs over the Giants. So the Chiefs choked there. I don't know how I feel about the Chiefs after that. I mean, their Patriots win, the Giants loss. Which one means more? The Saints beat the Redskins. I got that right. The Chargers beat the Bills. Poor Nathan Peterman. I got that right. The Bengals beat the Broncos. I got that wrong. The Patriots beat the Raiders. Not surprising, but I did get that wrong. The Eagles beat the Cowboys. I got that right. And the Falcons beat the Seahawks. I got that right as well. That adds up to 8-6. And like I said, the overall is now 85-60. So let's move into the Week 12 games. Alright, so now the Week 12 games. We got Thanksgiving Day football. We have 3 Thursday games, so let's get into them. The first one, the Vikings and the Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions upset. I know the Vikings are clearly the better team, and they look way more elite than the Lions right now. But hey, that's the point of the upset. You'd pick the team that's not really projected to win. And also, it's Thanksgiving, so the Lions usually play, and maybe they'll just rig the coin toss for them again. So I have the Lions for that one. Next one, the Cowboys and the Chargers. I have the Cowboys. The Cowboys are suffering without Ezekiel Elliott, but I still think they're going to beat the Chargers without him. So yeah, Cowboys are another team that usually plays on Thanksgiving. So I think the Cowboys can definitely get that done over the Chargers. The Chargers had a really good win over the Bills. However, Nathan Peterman did throw those 5 picks, so that is why they scored 50 over them. So, I mean, that was good, but, you know, the Bills literally handed them it, and Nathan Peterman was the one to hand them it. Alright, next up, Redskins and the Giants. I have the Redskins. The Giants pulling off a very surprising victory over the Chiefs. Somehow they did that, but I don't think they're in the mojo for, like, making a complete season comeback and making the playoffs. I think they're still going to be losing a lot here. Maybe 1 or 2 more wins, but I don't think the Redskins are going to lose to the Giants, which is why I have them winning, because they're, even with the Giants being the Chiefs, the Redskins are still the better team. Next up, the Browns and the Bengals. the Battle of the Orange in Ohio. I got the Bengals. The Browns still suck. The Browns are looking like they're going 16-0. 0-16, I mean. Jeez. Wow, I need to get this video made. I'm not even tired either. That's weird. Like, it's really early in the morning, so I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. But the Bengals, I have the Bengals winning. Just, those teams both aren't that good. All bias aside, because I am a Steelers fan. I think the Bengals are the better out of the two. So I have them winning. Alright, next up, Panthers and Jets. I had the Panthers. I do believe somehow, some way, not somehow, some way, because the Panthers are looking good for the playoffs. But I believe they will make a wild card for the playoffs for the NFC. So I think they're going to win this one. The Jets, like I said, they've been surprising, but I don't see them doing this. They haven't really been getting that many wins. They've just been giving people, like, games that I haven't expecting them to actually be games. So, hey, props to the Jets. They have something there, but I don't think they have it there to beat the Panthers. Alright, next up, Titans and Colts. I have the Titans. The Titans got crushed by my Steelers last week. But I still think they're good and the best team in the NFC and AFC South. Either them or the Jaguars. I think they are going to reclaim the division from the Jaguars, which a divisional victory would definitely help. And the Colts, like I said, all season. Without Andrew Luck, they are just trash. Maybe a couple wins against other trasher teams, but I don't know. I think the Titans are definitely the better team here, so they will definitely begin the win here. Alright, next up, the Buccaneers and the Falcons. I have the Falcons. I do believe the Falcons are going to miss the playoffs this year, unfortunately. Just the Buccaneers have been so, like, shaky. I thought they were going to be a lot better than they were, this year. They're just judging by last season. I don't know, the Falcons, they still have something, but they have been struggling a little bit. I think they'll beat their divisional rivalry, the Buccaneers, but like I said, they're probably going to miss the playoffs. But yeah, I think the Falcons are going to win this one. Alright, next up, Dolphins and Patriots. I have the Patriots. If you guys watched last week's video, I said I was done going against the Patriots probably, and I am, because every time I went against the Patriots, I think I lost it. I went against the Patriots against the Falcons, and I went them against the Raiders, and they didn't win those. So I'm going with the Patriots, and probably will go with the Patriots until the season is over. Alright, next up, Eagles and Bears. I have the Eagles, of course. The Eagles have been unstoppable with that one loss. They're almost like the Cowboys last year. They only had that one loss until the very end. Until the Giants game, but the Eagles definitely are going to beat the Bears. The Bears are, they're pretty mediocre. I still don't know how they beat the Steelers. I think that they could definitely got lucky. I think if the coin flip in overtime went the other way, I think the Steelers would have got it done. But oh well. The Eagles just are the way better team. They're like the best team in the NFL right now, even counting the Patriots. So I think the Eagles will definitely win that. They're gonna lose at least one more time this season, but it's not gonna be to the Bears. Alright, next up, two teams that have been struggling recently. We got the Bills against the Chiefs. Now, the Bills were being very surprising, but then they started falling down and climbing up and falling down. They've been very shaky, but the Chiefs haven't been surprising because everyone knows they were pretty good, but they beat the Patriots, and they were the last team to be undefeated. And then after that, they just kept losing. They lost to the Steelers, they lost to the Raiders, and the recent loss, they lost to the Giants. They've been losing crazy a lot, and so have the Bills. Which team will bounce back first? And in this game, I have the Chiefs bouncing back. The Bills have just, I feel like they're still going to struggle. The Chiefs, I feel like they're going to get back on track. They have what it takes to get back on track. They need to do something because they beat the Patriots, so they have something there. They just need to keep going and win this against the Bills. Alright, next up, Seahawks and 49ers. I have the Seahawks. The Seahawks are way better than the 49ers, even though they've been losing defensive players to injuries, and they lost a lot of them, I think. So, I still think the Seahawks are going to win. They made a game out of this somehow. It was like 12-9 earlier this season. I don't think the 49ers are going to be able to do this. The 49ers won one game against the Giants, but I don't think they'll be able to do this against the Seahawks. Seahawks just seem way better, and I believe the Seahawks can do this one. Alright, next up, the Broncos and the Raiders. Two other teams have been losing this week a lot recently. The FC West has just been kind of struggling recently. But I have the Raiders over this one. Just the Broncos without a quarterback, and they're starting someone else. That's not Trevor Siemian. I still don't understand that. I didn't think Trevor Siemian was playing that bad. However, I wasn't really watching the Broncos game, so I can't really say anything about it, but I just don't think he was that bad. So I have the Raiders winning this one and them trying to turn their season around as well. Alright, next up, probably this is like the game of the week here. This is a really good game. It's the Saints and the Rams. Not Ravens. The Saints and the Rams. Both teams are really good, but the Rams recently lost to the Vikings. Will they have more woes, or will they bounce back from this? I don't think so. I think the Saints are going to continue their awesome win streak after going 0-2, and they will win this against the Rams. The Rams could do this, but I think the Saints will, and that's definitely one of the best games of this week. Probably the best game of this week. All right, next up, Jaguars and Cardinals. I have the Jaguars. Jaguars came out of nowhere after going 3-13 last season. That's crazy. I'm not sure what happened. They did really good, whatever they did in the offseason. But I think the Jaguars will win this. I know I keep saying the Titans are going to overthrow them, and I keep picking them, but I still think the Jaguars will fall. I think they're going to get a wild card, though. I feel like they will make the playoffs. But I feel like the Titans are going to overthrow them. I don't know. I can't have them losing to the Cardinals. Come on. The Cardinals have been, they've lost two of their quarterbacks. They lost David Johnson. And they can't. It's the Jaguars all the way. Alright, next up, the last game on Sunday night, is the game I will be watching, my game, the Packers and the Steelers. Now, this would be a fantastic game, maybe even better than the Saints and Rams game if Aaron Rodgers was there, and I'm kind of disappointed that he's not there, even though it's more of a good thing for the Steelers for Aaron Rodgers not to be there. I kind of want to see the Steelers face Aaron Rodgers and potentially beat him, but he's not there, so I have the Steelers all the way. It would have been a much heavier toss-up, even as a Steelers fan, but now the Steelers are winning this 100%. They might make a game out of it because it's the backup quarterback, and Steelers backup quarterbacks. If they lose to this, I'm going to be so sick, but oh well. The Steelers play down to their opponents. It's going to happen again, but I think it's going to happen like it happened with the Colts, and they will still get the win, but just barely. It's going to be stressful, but me and other Steelers fans will get through it. Alright, last game, Monday Night Football, the Texans and the Ravens. And I unfortunately have to take the Ravens because the Texans, without Deshaun Watson, they're done. Injury has been so hard on a lot of teams. Injury ruined the Texans season, the Packers season, the Cardinals season, the who else this season? I know there's other teams. Oh, the Colts season, definitely. It shook up the Raiders season. It hit a lot of people. It's crazy, but because of injury, the Ravens will win to this. The Ravens aren't that good. As of right now, they're in the wild card. I don't see that to stand. They're going to win this game, but they're not going to stay in the wild card. They will be losing to teams such as the Steelers. So, I think the Steelers will, the Ravens will win this one, but they will not stay in the wild card. If they do, I hope they get knocked out, because I don't want the Ravens and the Steelers to face off in the playoffs. That would not be good at all. Because that would sting if the Steelers lost that. I don't even want to think about that. The Ravens are winning this game, but they're not making the playoffs. So those are my Week 12 predictions. I guess I didn't really speed up as I wanted to, but oh well. I'll still have time to upload this. For my predictions, I have the Lions beating the Vikings, the Cowboys beating the Chargers, the Redskins beating the Giants, the Bengals beating the Browns, the Panthers beating the Jets, the Titans beating the Colts, the Falcons beating the Buccaneers, the Patriots beating the Dolphins, the Eagles beating the Bears, the Chiefs beating the Bills, the Seahawks beating the 49ers, the Raiders beating the Broncos, the Saints beating the Rams, the Jaguars beating the Cardinals, the Steelers beating the Packers, and the Ravens beating the Texans. And wow, that was the best I think I ever did recapping that. I still stumbled a little bit at the beginning, but I didn't really mess up that bad. Anyway, guys, those are my predictions. If you like to see how I did, make sure to watch Week 13's video. This NFL season is flying by. Make sure you watch Week 13's prediction video. I'll recap Week 12 like I did this video for Week 11. And also have my Week 13 predictions, so don't miss that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. And it's always up to you. And I'll see you guys in the next video you watch of me. And even depending when you're watching this, hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. And just happy Thanksgiving to you. Goodbye.